going to start this video over again on the diagnostic tests of the Tmax 500. I had misinterpreted some of the information that I was seeing, and I don't want to let any of that misinformation get out there on the internet. If I'm going to tell you something, I want to make certain that it is correct information. I've cut in the only error code that I found on that last video that I deleted off of YouTube here. Those of you who've seen it will have seen that I had an error code 61-30, which is a latch up of the lean angle sensor, which means, you know, because if you had followed my posts on Majesty USA, I low-sided my Rosie here in my mossy, grass-covered, wet driveway at about 1 or 2 miles an hour. It didn't hurt her, got some mud on her, but no scratches or anything. So that was the only latch-up, or the only error code that I found was a 61-30, which is a latch-up of the lean angle sensor. Let me get into this reset up on the dash, and I've got some other things I'm going to do. I'm going to put the scoot up on my jack under the engine to get the front wheel off to show you the motion sensor on the speedometer indicator. So let me get everything ready and we'll come back into it. Before we get into diagnostic mode, you need to open the seat, open up the little flap. I've already got this off, but to push in the lever on the side here, and that pulls up the sending unit and the power to the fuel pump, so it's not running while we're doing this test with the key on. Okay, we're going to simultaneously push the select and reset button in so I don't tip my bike over because I have it on a jack stand, and then turn on the key switch. Okay, we're going to count to about 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. There we are, diagnostic mode. Okay, take your fingers off, put them back on again for another 2 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. We're in diagnostic mode. Turn the kill switch to the off position. Okay, the mistake that I had when I saw this the last time, that I had a diagnostic 0116, my friend Huey told me, twist the throttle. And it goes up. And well, I got 103 right now. Okay. I'll let it back down. That one's correct. Push the diagnostic button again, and we get the pressure. If you remember on the last video, it was 100, so the diagnostic code 03 is 99 millibars or whatever. The next 05 is the intake air temperature, and it's about 46 degrees, and I don't know why they're using Fahrenheit. If it was Celsius, you'd be in the teens somewhere. Okay, oops. 6, 7 vehicle speed. Let me go down here and turn the and you can see it goes up and down as the front wheel goes around, and it's okay. We're back to 0 again. It's stuck there. Okay, the next one up is 08. I have a 1.1, which is correct. Upright position is that reading will between 0.4 to 1.4 volts. If it was laying on its side, that reading would be somewhere between 3.8 and 4.2 volts. I got a 1.1, we're upright. The next one is fuel system voltage. I have it disconnected, so it's not going to make any reading. The side stand switch is D20. It's on, that means it's up, the circuit's closed, and it will start. 60 I have, oh wait a minute, we're 30 is the, flip the page here, 30 is the ignition coil, and if I turn that on, you will see over here, well, let me try that again. We get a flash on the engine warning light, cycles through, okay? If I push it up to the next 36, turn it off, turn it on. Can you hear the fuels? Okay, turn it off, come up one more, to 37. That's fuel injector number 2. Cycles through 5 times. Turn the switch off. Come up to the next one. That's 50. That is the fuel system relay. It's pulsing. Turn it off. Turn it up to 51. Turn the switch on. 2 seconds. It's off. It'll do this a couple times. Turn it off. Up. It wants to do it one more time. I'll let it do it that way. I think it's 3 times it does that. Yeah. Guess it does it more than once. Okay, it's off now. And then the 52 is a headlight relay. You can see the headlight come on. Back down here again. 57, which is the grip warmer relay, and it's not installed, so it's going to be 0, 0. Go back up again. 60 is the EEPROM fault code display is what it calls it. No faults are 0, 0. If there was a fault detected, it would be an 0, 1 or a 0, 2 for the fault cylinder fault codes. And if both of them are on, I think 01 is cylinder 1, 02 is cylinder 2, and if both cylinders are defective, they alternate between the 2 numbers in flashing. Okay, we go up to 61. No history, it's 00. If you remember the other video, if you were one of the early watchers, I had a 30 there. That meant that it was a latch up of the lean angle sensor, but I have been able to clear that. The codes on the 00 will run between 12 and 50, and if you go into the diagnostic book, number 12 is, the first one is probably the one you never want to see. If it's a 6112, that's the crankcase position sensor, and you've got problems. So, let's see, you got another 62. 62 is a malfunction history. Right now it's 0, even though my book says it's 00, and I thought yesterday it was a 00. And if a history exists, it will store up to 17 fault codes in history. So we're all done there, and we're back to 70, which is a control number, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. So we're back in, twist the throttle, and we go up and down. Okay, to get out of this status, just turn off the key. And when you turn it back on, you get the normal appearance again. Click it down. Okay, we got our fuel pump hooked back up again. I've satisfied myself now that nothing is wrong with Rosie. I have no idea what happened to her last Saturday night when she was just riding along and lost power, would fire up, would idle, but would not go anywhere when you gave it some twisted the throttle. Every once in a while you'd go a little bit and then it would die, and then it would start. I'm surprised that I didn't kill the battery as many times as I tried to start it. But for some reason, when I got it off the carry-on tow truck, it was one of the tilt-ups, and it went on pretty good. I've got to come up with maybe some better straps for me to carry along in case this ever happens again, as opposed to the way they strapped it down. They had a big strap on each of the grab handles on either side, and then straps that crossed over the pass-through, and it seemed to tighten down and hold her in place, and I didn't seem to be any damage to the plastic. So if you have to do it, the grab handles in the back on either side, and then 2 straps, one going either way, and a cross over the step. Big wheels turning.